today's cup of coffee, we've got regularly scheduled weirdness.
Yes.
We had party weirdness yesterday. Actually, it was a very good party, and thank everyone who sent BB well wishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a good birthday, I think.
Yeah. And I should have explained she is oldest kid's wife. Mm-hmm. It's like, who the hell is this? This is BB. She's the oldest kid's wife. She just is part of family. I should have explained. Mm-hmm. But I didn't feel the need to at the time. And I will tell you that other than the egg rolls, everything else was handmade.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't make the chickens, but as far as cutting them up and doing all that stuff, yeah.
I think I ate like one egg roll and that was it.
Yeah, those egg rolls are actually quite good.
They're good. I just, I wasn't quick enough.
That's okay. You didn't get any egg rolls?
I got like one. I got one egg roll and I wasn't quick enough for the rest of them.
We have others in the freezer, so you didn't miss out on anything.
Yeah.
So, we gonna do UFOs,
yes.
UAPs, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I had actually, sometimes other things, if they're more pertinent, I go ahead and cover those stories. So this one is actually from October the 19th of 2022, and this is by Josh Boswell and Chris Sharp. Every time I try to articulate, that's when I fuck up on it. I mean, truly.
I think of Roswell.
Well, it works well with this story. And this is from Daily Mail, and the link will be in the description box. And they do have videos on there.
They have videos.
They do, as far as it's showing the UFOs and stuff. It says a series of strange UFO incidents over the Pacific Ocean this summer were captured on video and in air traffic control recordings after sightings by dozens of pilots. Experienced captains and one former F-18 pilot told Daily Mail they saw bright lights moving in elongated circles or racetracks for hours high in the sky while they flew in routes from Japan and Hawaii towards the U.S. West Coast in August and September. Normally that would be weird.
Yeah.
But in today's world, that's not weird and scary.
Yeah.
And it says the incidents were reported to the FAA, and the research obtained dramatic audio of the pilots calling in the strange sightings to Los Angeles Air Route Traffic Control Center, ARTCC.
Control the major
Could they make this stuff any more cumbersome? I mean, really.
Apparently.
Pilots also attempted to film from their cockpits the group of between 3 and 5 bright objects which appeared to fly around in the area of the sky where the scoop of the Big Dipper constellation sits. Some of the witnesses told DailyMail.com that they are now being told by their employers to keep quiet and are calling for better reporting procedures for encounters with unidentified aerial phenomenon or UAPs. Because the term UFO apparently has negative connotations now.
Apparently.
Yeah. Now, can you imagine to witness something like this and have an employer tell you shut up?
Right.
So
that's when you'd be like, no.
Well,
I ain't gonna shut up.
That's disturbing
like,
right there.
Yeah.
2 of the pilots can be heard in the ARTCC recordings from August the 18th, obtained under the Freedom of Information Act by Ben Hansen, a former FBI agent and the host of Discovery Plus show UFO Witness. Have you ever watched that?
No.
I haven't
watched
that.
It on
Discovery Plus.
I missed that part.
Focus.
I'm unsubscribed. I don't got the money for Discovery Plus anymore.
Well, who does? Anyhow, it says, quote, we've got a few aircraft to our north here, and he's going around in circles, much higher altitude than us. Any idea what they are, end quote? Mark Halsey, a pilot flying for Gulfstream charter jet off the Los Angeles coast, radioed in. The baffled controller responded, no, I do not. You're not entering any military airspace or anything. I'm not sure, end quote. The pilot describes seeing maybe 3 aircraft there, then called ARTCC 23 minutes later, stating, quote, there's now like 7 of them, and estimating that they're at least 5 to 10,000 feet above us. Asked to elaborate by the controller, the rattled Halsey added, quote, They just keep going in circles. I was an F-18 pilot in the Marine Corps, and I'm telling you, I've done many intercepts. I've never seen anything like this, end quote. At certain times of day, satellites can reflect the sun and appear to pilots as bright lights in the sky. But the expert aviators say they believe the circular movement and duration of the sightings, some for hours, ruled out satellites. Chris Van Voorhees, 63, told DailyMail.com he saw between 3 and 5 objects far brighter than the stars around them, fading in and out with no discernible pattern and moving in a racetrack circular motion while he was flying from Honolulu to Los Angeles in August. Van Voorhees, who had been flying since he was 14 and has 32,000 hours of experience, said the objects appeared to be in Earth's orbit or even further out in space, given their continued position near to the Big Dipper constellation. He flew over the ocean for hours.
My God.
The veteran pilot said, quote, the other airlines were saying, hey, are you seeing what we're seeing? There were lights that would come out very bright. You would see them move, then they would go out. It had to be in a very, very high orbit, or actually even in space, quite a ways away from anything that a satellite would be, because every time we were seeing it, it was in the lower right-hand corner of the Big Dipper, no matter where we were in the world. It lasted for such a long time that it actually became boring almost. If it was Elon Musk's satellite system Starlink or anything like that, then it's going to be moving in a linear fashion, and all of them will be moving in the same direction. These weren't. They were moving different directions, end quote.
Damn.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Damn.
It's like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. What the fuck is this?
Van Voorhees said to his employer, which DailyMail.com has chosen not to name, told him to cease and desist, even mentioning the incident in public, and that he feared his job could be at risk for reporting his sighting. Hansen has collected accounts of pilots from Southwest Airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, and others between August the 6th and September the 23rd who say they saw the same lights in the sky as Van Voorhees. Quote, many of these pilots are very confident that the lights were not just going in one direction, but in both directions, which is very unusual for satellites. In Mark's case, they would go from the north and then actually go above his craft, where he had to crane his neck to see them from the canopy. It was seen by upwards of 15 different commercial flights, and at least 6 pilots are willing to go on record with their names and everything if asked to do so by any investigative agencies. In this case, we have a global phenomena from as far west as Japan to as far east as possibly Miami. Whatever it is, pilots are seeing it from halfway across the world, end quote. But Hansen said there is currently no proper process for reporting such sightings, even of strange objects that could pose a threat to the safety of commercial airlines. Quote, civilian pilots do not have a structured, robust process that is publicly provided to them where they can report UAPs, end quote, he told DailyMail.com. The reason the pilots don't report primarily is because they don't think the FAA will follow up, or worse, they will be ridiculed, end quote. Well, yeah, I mean, that's... Go out there and tell somebody you saw a UFO.
They're going to laugh their asses off.
Yeah, a lot of times...
think you're insane or something like
especially
that.
If somebody is, you know, in a position as far as being a pilot.
Yeah.
You know, just random whoever on the streets, like, I saw a UFO, and it's like, everybody's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It says an FAA spokesman told DailyMail.com, quote, the Federal Aviation Administration documents unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAP sightings, whenever a pilot reports one to an air traffic control facility. If the pilot report can be corroborated with supporting information such as radar data, it is shared with the UAP task force, end quote. And that is a Department of Defense unit that investigates UFOs, now officially called the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office.
Yeah. The fuck?
because the government, everything like this shit has, it's like their documentation and everything else, it's absolutely as difficult as humanly possible.
They don't want people to find it. That's why they make it as difficult as possible.
Absolutely. A 2021 Director of National Intelligence report warned that, quote, UAP threatened flight safety and possibly a national security, end quote, due to 11 near misses between naval aviators and unknown objects. Van Voorhis said that UFO sightings are not common among pilots, are actually quite common amongst pilots, my bad. He said, quote, out of my pilot friends, at least 50% have seen some type of an anomaly, end quote.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, well, that's half of them that's seen something out there.
Yeah. I want to be one. I want to be one.
His August sighting was not his first. In February of 2024, 2004.
Good.
It's been a long day. Of 2004, while flying for Japanese airline.
It's not 2024 yet.
Not
That's
yet.
2 years
God,
ahead.
what if I'm prophesying on some of this stuff?
You put that back in your face. You put that right back.
Project Bluebeam for a while. Anyhow, the Japanese airline, it's J-Always. I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyhow, he said that he and another plane's crew...
Is that how you pronounce it? Hallways?
Right. Saw 3 discs descend from outside the atmosphere, stop mid-air, then suddenly pivot 30 degrees while keeping their triangular formation and shoot off beyond the horizon at thousands of miles per hour.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's a little beyond Earth technology right now.
Oh, first you see it, now you don't.
Yeah. He said, quote, I'm coming back from Japan to Honolulu. We were at 39,000 feet coming across the Pacific Ocean. It was 5:30 in the morning local time. Something caught my eye off the left-hand side of the aircraft. There were 3 large discs. They were high enough up in the atmosphere to be reflecting the light from the sun, which wasn't up yet. They came in a triangular formation and stopped. They turned in formation. They didn't bank or anything like that. Nothing aerodynamic. They just pivoted. And then they took off over the horizon. It wasn't like they accelerated. They were just at speed and gone over the horizon. The whole thing took about 15 seconds.
Damn.
The aircraft in front of us saw it too. They were going, are you going to tell anybody? And we said, no, end quote.
Yeah.
Gulfstream captain and former F-18 pilot Halsey's August the 18th UFO sighting was by Santa Catalina, an island off of the LA coast. Famously, U.S. Navy aviators from the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz chased the Tic Tac-shaped UFO near Santa Catalina Island in 2004. The Tic Tac evaded Top Gun ace Commander David Fravor, maneuvering and accelerating in ways which seemed to defy the laws of physics. It then disappeared before astonishingly reappearing 40 miles away in less than 1 minute.
The fuck?
At the aviator's cap point, a rendezvous location known only by the pilot and his commander. In July of 2019, in the same area, multiple strange objects harassed U.S. naval warships over several days. The Pentagon claimed they were drones, but could not confirm the origin nor the operators of the craft. A source close to the investigation of the incident told DailyMail.com that a nearby Chinese cargo ship named Base Strait was thought to be the culprit and was searched with no sights of drones. Now, this is interesting in multiple ways because there's been quite a few sightings lately, and with the state of affairs in the world, you know, that could cause another international incident very quickly.
Dang.
There's been drones that they know are drones that have been sent towards several naval vessels of various and sundry country origins. I have, read reports that there have been quite a few UFOs seen over the Ukraine lately. I don't know. And same thing with sightings over Russia. We're getting all these UFO reports from various and sundry places in the world. Mm-hmm. And it's also being brought out into the news more than ever before. So this as far as Project Blue being incoming, is it a cover-up for technology that some of these governments have that we have no clue that they have anything like that?
It's something. Mm-hmm. It's something major, whether it be an complete alien invasion or actual Project Bluebeam or something like that.
Well, they're setting it up in the consciousness of the public, or, that it's there. I mean, it's seeding that in the consciousness. Mm-hmm. Or subconsciousness. To sit there and go, oh, shit, this is a huge UFO.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, we don't know, but for these pilots... UFO. These pilots to be told to keep quiet.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I don't know that that's new, whether it's just being reported more, but this see nothing, say nothing, and it's threatening these people, to sit there and go, oh, well, you're going to be unpeopled if you say anything. You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your credibility, everything like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. So, you keep speaking truth.
Look out for the aliens.
Well, look out for the governments. Those are worse than the aliens. I think I'd take my chances with the aliens. Because
I'll take the aliens.
There's a difference between aliens and fallen angel technologies, which we totally believe that that's part of who's behind this shadow government.
Yeah.
So interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff to ponder.
Yes.
There's no point in worrying about it because ain't nothing that anybody can do about it anyhow.
That's why you just do.
Just do what you can do.
Yeah.
And let God take care of the rest. That's one of our sayings.
That's it. Yeah. Just live your life. Don't worry about other shit that you can't control. That does not affect you in your life.
Grab more popcorn and just watch the show. That's all you can say.
Mm-hmm.
If you've had experiences with the paranormal or supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And the email address will also be there in the description box. Lots of information in the description box for anybody who takes the time to read that.
Mm-hmm. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good.
Know that you're loved.
Yes.
And keep your eyes to the skies.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you on the next cup.
Aliens.
Bye.
Bye.